for her to have an abortion. Still, more Republicans are throwing their support behind the Senate candidate, Herschel Walker. The latest being
these people are in an uproar
who announced they will travel to the southern state
about this motherfucker lying.
Wow.
Oh my God. He is lying about this. He is lying.
Going to campaign for this guy?
That showed my butt. Let me turn this down.
So anyhow, writing in part, they picked the wrong Georgian to mess with. I am proud to stand with Herschel Walker.
Look at this.
And make sure Georgians know that he will always fight to protect them.
Who cares?
Forces trying to destroy Georgia values.
Who cares?
Can I just pop in there?
Who is that they're showing? Senator Rick Scott. Are you kidding me?
I mean, put the abortions aside.
People, look at Mika and Joe in an uproar. In an uproar. This is not the thing that you should be upset about Herschel Walker.
Just said, for the people of Georgia, listen up. Rick Scott just said that Georgia values is holding a gun to a woman's head and saying you're gonna pull the trigger and kill her. That's what Rick Scott says. Rick Scott says Georgia values is having 4 children that you abandon.
I mean, I think
4 children that you do not raise. 4 that
Joe.
you know so far. 4 that
Come
you
on,
do
Joe.
not raise. He says that Georgia values.
Look at Mika and Joe.
Are lying. I mean, in real time, we saw on this show when this woman was brought up, Walker lied. He goes, she doesn't exist. I don't know who this person is. And then we find out that this person that—
Are you kidding me?
The campaign trail to
This is what they're upset about. Because he lied.
His teeth about abortions, a politician lying through his teeth.
Let me tell you people something.
The father of who he's abandoned 4 children. He says a woman doesn't exist.
Look at that man. Look at that man. Let me tell you people in America something about Herschel Walker. Line him up. Line him up. You think he is lying about abortion? He's lying about the kids that he has. He's lying about how many kids did he fathered? How many I gotta think. My panties on the wall. So what? So what? Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? He lied about abortion. So what? So what? They're going to vote for him anyway. Right? Them Republicans. Because, see, they want him to get rid of abortion altogether. They don't give a fuck. Just that's why they put Trump in there, the religious people. So what, he lied about how many kids he got. His wife's still with him. She ain't leaving him or his money or her house. She ain't going nowhere. So they don't care. But my point in making this video, right, is reason I swung my ass around out my bed. And while y'all seeing my bedroom, I'm trying to not show y'all too much of it, is because they're going to vote for this man, no matter what y'all say. And my point in coming on here tonight, take Herschel Walker and line his ass up next to anybody in Congress. Show me one motherfucker in Congress that's not a liar. Show me one. Republican, Democrat, Independent. Put that motherfucker next to, put him next to any one of them and show me which one is not a liar. Put him next to any one of them in there right now. Show me one that's not a goddamn motherfucking liar. Which one? Which one hasn't been lying to us for the last 50 years? Which one? Which one hasn't been taking our taxes and spending them on motherfuckers in foreign countries while we get less and less and less for our bucks? They owe us reparations. They owe y'all money for the people. Now, what we need to do is stop arguing with each other, come together, and only vote for a candidate that is going to pass those two acts. Not laws, not bills, acts. Yes, acts. It's too late to do it for this November. It is too late to do it. But anybody who gets in office, and that little motherfucker right there, see, I already know Warnock not going to do it. He might if he gets in, because he's Democrat and he leans more towards I want to stay in. Him and the Jewish guy, who the other Jewish guy that's safe. They might pass they're more willing to pass the reparations, but so is he. So is he. Any one of them will pass the reparations. The problem is money for the people, because you see, Congress just spent $300 million a day for 20 years in Afghanistan on a war that none of us really knew about. We knew there was a war for 20 years in Afghanistan, but they hid that little fact that they were spending $300 million a day. And I promise you that $300 million a day did not just go on the war in Afghanistan. That padded a lot of people's pockets. A lot of people had dummy companies that worked in the Senate, and all of them motherfuckers got paid some kind of way, some kind of how, and so did the judges that hid the dummy fake companies. They all got paid. It's time for Americans to get paid from Americans' taxes. So we need some people to get in office that's going to pass those two acts. See, the reparations is just a one-time payment, and they've owed us that for centuries. Excuse me, for decades, not centuries. Centuries is 100 years. Decades is every 10 years. They've owed us that reparations for stealing us from our country and bringing us over here for decades. Whether you agree with it or not, they do owe us. They don't owe all of us. They only owe black people up to 1990. Anybody after 1990, they don't owe. The government don't owe you shit. You can figure it out in your head and do the better, because a lot of people think they owe black people up to this day. No, they don't. Because things changed and they stopped. The government literally stopped the racist ways that they used to do. I say up to 1990 because as a whole, overall, the government was causing the racism against the black race as a whole, but it stopped in the 80s, and so that's why I said up to 1990s, because then they did start letting us live places and go to school and have equal opportunities in the after the 1980s, and so that's why I said up to the 1990s. So some companies continue to discriminate against us, but that's just an individual company that did it. It wasn't the government that continued to do it. And then it took time to trickle down in the government. But still, my point is, we got a better chance of getting money for the people with this goddamn fool. Because he has what? No morals. Okay. He don't got no goddamn filter. He has no filter. He has no morals. He has no nothing. And he's just like Trump. The only difference is Trump sell out our country. I don't fuck with that. Because Trump doesn't know how to stop spending. Trump is a spendthrift. And the more he sees, he don't care who he get the opportunity with. The Germans, the Swiss, the Russians, the Asians, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Taiwans. He don't care who the fuck he sell you out to. He don't care if he sell American secrets. He don't care if he sell European secrets. Whoever's secrets he get his hands on, it's up for a bid, right? That's Trump. So he can never be trusted. So that's the thing with people following Trump. Trump had a good opportunity in his hands, but it's sold to the highest bidder, and that's the danger with Trump. He doesn't have loyalty to anybody except for who his daddy told him to have loyalty to, and that's not America, and that's not democracy. So people that's following Trump, I know y'all love him, and I know y'all, but so all your skin folk ain't your kin folk, and I'm not talking about black people. A lot of y'all white people following Trump, he gonna sell the country out because those other continents are falling in the water. Their houses are built on sinking sand, and they want North America, and everybody can't live in North America. So y'all got beautiful farmland. They ain't trying to live in the goddamn hood. They ain't trying to live where I live. They want your farmland. So you all keep championing his goddamn cause. You get in there and you change some goddamn you do what Trump wants you to do, and you change our constitution to let them motherfuckers go. I got a video that I'm gonna put up and show y'all, but I ain't got time to do it just yet. White people over there championing the cause and getting in and changing shit so he can let them foreigners come over here. That program that Joe Biden and the people before him stopped. Yeah, right. See, they don't want to come over like the immigrants do. I haven't talked about that video yet. I'm not going to get into it tonight. But the foreigners that want to come over here, that got the real money, the $1 billion. See, they immigrants too, but they a different type of immigrants. They not the Hispanic and the Venezuelan and the Hispanic, or I'll just say the Hispanic ones that's coming from the communist country. These are the ones, the eloquent ones that coming with the suitcase full of money. They want to come over here. Yeah. But they want to purchase land. Well, guess whose goddamn land they gonna purchase? They ain't purchasing the hood. They want farmland. Guess who own farmland? White people own farmland. Your goddamn farmland. Your farmland, your farmland, your farmland. All y'all own the farmland. We don't own the farmland. So I just didn't do the video yet. He got to like tell y'all he wanted to take your Jews will not replace us. No, it's not the Jews. It ain't the Jews at all. It's the Germans. You dumbasses. Those rich people that Trump wants to do business with. Yeah, well, fuck y'all up. Next thing you know, you be dead as a motherfucker and falling out of a goddamn window. Healthy as a bitch. Anyway, I gotta go. But that fool on that TV that was on that screen, yeah. Line him up next to anybody in the House of Representatives. Line him up next to anybody in the Senate. They all look the same. They're all a bunch of no good goddamn motherfucking liars. They're going to vote to put him in. The problem with putting him in instead of Warnock is he's dangerous to our democracy. Warnock is not. So you have a choice. You want your democracy? You go with Warnock. You want this goddamn fool? Then it's eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Wherever his loyalties lie, on the day it comes time to vote, a nigga never know. Have a good night. Oh, Lord.